Hello everyone, today's video will have a spot of luck, some parrots, and a little bit of dice rolling. As promised, we've got parrots. Nice little trick here, which I don't think, well, everyone's mentioned, so you probably know this already. Click the parrot a bit, click the parrot a bit, click the parrot a bit, and he gives you 150 gems, which I've already done. Anyway, nice little way of getting 150 gems for free. And yes, we have the event for the lanterns completed. Desert Tracks is now unlocked, as is Silk Road, all the sign-in spoils, the next level of the anniversary shop, which for us is not going to be too relevant. To get stuff from the anniversary shop, you kind of need to spend the money. We ain't spending the money here, so what we will do, where you get them from Desert Tracks, I rolled my dice last night. I managed to get 18 from my free 8 dice, which seems about the average, maybe a little lower. 2 spaces away, we get a Anniversary Commander Choice Reward, which is basically 10 Legendary Commander Sculptures for a command you've already unlocked. It's quite expensive if you do it normally, but you do get 20 times 200 gems. We will purchase one of now, as long as we don't get unlucky. There's a 1 in 4 chance here that we do. We should be getting another Thutters. Yes, we do. Nice, you advance 3 player spaces. Nice. Nice. Obviously, Thutmose. Who else? 10 Thutmose, and added to yesterday's gold chest offline, in which I managed to get a full Thutmose. So I donated the wrong thing by mistake. That means, without further ado, we have a new skill for Thutmose. We're just going to go for this. It increases attack 2%, a little bit of march speed, which I love, a bit more damage. It's not a huge upgrade, but we're getting Thutmose up there slowly. So Thutmose goes to 5211. We have the wheel today, which is not accessible there. It is indeed accessible through here. We have Chow Chow or Mulan or Richard. Richard's probably the best, but I'm going for Chow Chow because I'm not too far away from maxing out his first skill that he can be used for barbarian hunting. This means that in 2 weeks, I believe, there will be... Which day of this kingdom? Excuse me. In 2 weeks, which is day 91, I should have gathered, because day 89, sorry, there's a big 75 at the bottom. I should have perhaps looked at that. We will either get the YSG wheel or another non-YSG wheel, but we either get YSG in 2 weeks or 4 weeks. 4 weeks absolutely maximum, and that will be where I dump all my gold heads I've been saving up for him. I've been pretty useless on the battlefield, but when YSG comes out, all will be well. Purple. Nearly purple. Nearly purple. Nearly purple. Anyway, you may notice a big 45 here, and you may notice many small numbers here. That is because, we have upgraded our City Hall to level 25. I did it with a 10% rune and the Architect title. I then found out the next day a building boost was planned, and I'm an idiot, unfortunately, but today there's no rune to take advantage of, so it worked out kind of well for us. I've been waiting for a 15% rune, haven't got one. I'm a very impatient person. Probably should have waited, but we've got it. I could speed it up now. I presume I can get there. Yeah, I'll be able to get there, but instead I'm waiting for this glorious, glorious event coming on Friday this week, the Zenith of Power. Raise your power, earn incredible rewards. If you get in the top 10, you get a beautiful new city skin. I will not get that, but I believe my target is getting a 1,000,000 power increase. Then I get, I think it's 5 Legendary Commander Sculptures and a smattering of other things. I will make sure I save my speed ups then, so I'll be pushing my power. This will give me about 800,000 power, I forget exactly. Come on, it's here somewhere. Here we go. Gives us, yeah, 850,000 power. So with that, and with Pavis, which I'll speed up as well, let's see what exactly... Where is Pavis? 6 to 7, so we're getting another 100,000 for that. So with that and a smattering of other things, we shall easily get the 1 million power target. And I'm pretty pleased how it's going. I'm still weak in battle, but YSG will solve that. We're pushing 13 million. We'll be pushing 14 million later this week. So my target of starting KVK with about 14.5 million is well and truly, I'd say, on target. And the reason I know that KVK is around the corner is because we now have this next crusade in 4 days and a few hours. The next crusade will be out, which I believe means we start pre-KVK. If you've yet to do pre-KVK, you're missing out. It's fantastic. There are marauders to kill for the first 2 days, which are brilliant. They're the best thing you can spend your AP on early in the game. They give normal barbarian rewards, plus you get like, see, 7... call them items you get, and if you combine the 7 of them, you get yourself a marauder chest, which could have anything from lots of gems, big speed ups, equipment, resources. They're good to do. So I will be spending as much of my AP, which I have left, which isn't that much now. We used about 400 times these bottles and a few of these to do the event, but we managed to max it, which was a relief. So we still have quite a few AP potions left. Not as many as I'd like, but probably enough to do as many marauders as I can during the marauder window. After that, there's troop training, and then there's marauder forts, which are basically level 5. Thank you very much. Level 5.5 barbarian forts. So harder than 5. You get books for doing it. You get bonuses in pre-KVK. That's what I'll be spending a lot of my time doing as and when it comes out. Until then, well, it's back to the fort grind. I missed forts for a while. Ooh, okay, that's just insulting, isn't it, that? Where's this? Okay, after this finish, I'll send this march there. I missed the forts for a long while because we were doing the event. The event is now finished, so I'm back all aboard the fort train, which is why my AP is a bit higher, because I'm having to wait for the people to come. Apart from that, we're just gathering resources. We got enough barbarians for this day 2 of the MG, which I won't be competing in. Let's just sort these. Have 2 marches back for forts. And the rest can go gather, gather, gather. Our castle is, of course, the big problem. We're level 17 now. We're a long way away from 18. We're a long, long way away from the hallowed ground of 25, which is our long-term goal. This will probably be the last building I've used speed-ups for, because I don't like using universals for buildings. They're much better used in the science or troop training as the game progresses. Yeah, Hula, smash this down, buddy. There we go. No problemo. I was thinking earlier, will I be 1 march or 2 march fighting in KVK? Very likely 1. When we got Thutmose and YSG doing 1 march, the next march is just going to fall off so very, very much. Oof. 11 minutes? You're mad, sir. You're absolutely raving. Instead, we'll find our own fort to do. As long as it's level 4, because I'm not very strong still. My power looks like... my power belongs to a stronger fighter than I am. A lot of it's in tech and buildings, which aren't particularly helpful on the battlefield. I think Boudica Thutmose actually would probably be better. But we'll do it this way. Let's see if people join us. So there we are. 4 days until pre-KVK starts. We have just a smattering under 13 million power, pushing 14 million this week. The other thing we are aware of at the moment is this good old Path of Wisdom, which is certainly worth doing. It's a few tasks that you do anyway, a few perhaps slightly different things like gather a healing speed rune, there's kill guardians, spend some gems, level up some equipment a bit later. And you just get research speed ups for it from the big prize, but the main prize is just the friends you meet along the way. No, that's not true. The main prize is in these things here. You go for 6,000 minutes, you get 9 hours back, 12 hours back, 13.5 hours back, 2 crystal keys, and some points towards this. So it's very, very recommended to spend the time to do all of these things. Again, it's pretty much things you'll just do as and when you go along the game. But I would stress the importance of looking at it and making sure you go through and do all the quests. No forts, no books from the forts there, but we will pass on with that. So KVK on the horizon. It will start in 4 days plus 6 days, 10 days, which means here we are. So the 6th or the 7th, probably the 7th, as in midnight on the 7th. So the morning of the 7th is when... Oh, I see. Disappointing, isn't it? He's gone for that. So we still have time to soup up our marches. I'm going to get my combat strength up a little bit more with terms of technology when I research Pavis, because I'm quite worried about how well I'm going to actually do on the battlefield. Then we'll just go back to economy and start smashing those off. Another little misnomer I wanted to introduce you all to. Who's this? Come from nowhere. 6 billion thing. That's definitely a sleeper account. Puts us all to shame. My little 34th position here. I feel like a novice. Anyway, I think that's all for today. The dice sponsor us as we rolled the dice. Got 10 Thutmose heads. I don't think I'm going to spend any more. I could spend... Well, let's have a quick look. I could spend the equivalent of 3,800 more gems. I'm 19 steps away from legendary material. If I'm honest, that's not particularly important to this account for a long time. Yeah, and the next Thutmose is... Oh, God. It's some way off, isn't it? The next one's here, 75. So we'd have to... Yeah, it's not happening. 19 times 4 is 36. We're here, so we'd need... Well, we're not going to get there. So that's enough for me with the dice. I do think this is a good event. It's quite expensive. Welcome to Rock. But in terms of event value, it's better than most of the ones on Rock. If you're a spender, I would go for this. If not, Circus of Wonders, another one that's pretty good value. Chisgul did a great video on this. Seems to be a nice fun event, but again, free-to-play players, I believe, cannot take part because ticket sale, I believe, requires real money. So make sure you pet the parrot. Pet the parrot, get your 150 gems and get out of there. On the subject of getting out of there, I'll thank you all for watching. See you next time when we wend our way towards, let's say, 15 million for KVK1. I'll be happy with that. See if we can get there. Ciao for now.